Hi and welcome to MFL Outdoors. My name's Carl and today I'll be showing you through the Infiray Rico RH50 thermal rifle scope. First of all, what we'll do is we'll have a look what you actually get with the rifle scope. I have actually used it out in the field and I'll give you some of my views. I'll try and put in some of the imagery that I've had in good weather and in some really atrocious weather. But first of all, let's go and see what we get in the box. Okay, so you get the scope, obviously. You get a nice carry case, which also comes with a strap. You get a spare battery, and there's also another battery which is actually in the unit. And I haven't seen a thermal scope that actually comes with a spare battery. I know all the Pulsar ones I've used, they never come with a secondary battery. You have to buy them separate. And when you're looking at the batteries, they're about 80-90 pounds each. I know on the Infiray. That's quite good that they've included that. You get the charging block there to put it in. This cable here, that can be used for connecting your scope to your computer. It can also be used for the charging dock, and it plugs into this, which is your power brick, which you put that in the wall. You also get this, which is a tool for adjusting your mount that you get with it. You also get a really nice mount. I mean, it's really excellent. And that's actually, if I can turn this on its side, you can see it. That's a Picatinny mount there, quick release, and it is really good quality. As you can see there, they just lift up. I'll put that one up. You can see it's very easy to change it from rifles. I actually have this one zeroed for my 243 and my 22. And I have swapped it quite numerous times from one to the other, and I've never had any zeroing issues whatsoever. It's been fantastic. Okay, now I'll give you some of the features and the specifications of this unit. So starting at the front of the scope, we have the main lens cover, the objective lens. The only thing I don't like about that is it's actually made of plastic. And for a scope that retails for about £4,000, you would expect that to have at least been aluminium. I mean, it does the job and it's movable. There isn't any sort of problem with it, but you would just think maybe that could have been improved upon. You have your focus wheel, which I have to say is absolutely excellent. There's very little you need to do with that. You just turn it the slight bit and you bang on. You know, you're not having to keep turning and turning to get it into focus. It's very good. Then you have your function buttons. You obviously have your power button, your up, down and your menu. And these buttons also have other functions. I'll not go into them. You can look on the manual, which is downloadable from the Infiray website. And you can see what all of them do. You also, this is where the battery goes, and the battery's in at the moment. One of the batteries are in. Then you have the diopter adjustment, so you can get a nice sharp image for your eye. And then here is the rubber eye cup, which helps any light from spilling out when you're trying to take a shot, and you don't want your quarry to actually see you. Just turning to the side here, we have the USB-C type, the socket there, and we have a rail on here, Picatinny rail. This is actually for the laser rangefinder. That's an optional extra, and if you want to use that, it'll go out to I think it's 1,000 meters. And that just plugs straight in, and the scope will actually put everything up on the display for you. So you can take the ranges. I use this scope mainly for foxing, so there wasn't any point. I have it set out to a certain range, and that's what I'd be using at night anyhow, so I'm not having to account for any any drop, you were thinking about getting this scope, you wouldn't have to worry about getting another mount, as long, of course, as you're using it on your Picatinny system. And as I say, I had mine zeroed for 243 and my 22LR, and it swaps over without any issues at all. Just change the profile. You can set different profiles on the scope, have your different zeros, and I just switch it from one to the other. I know in the past some people have said about thermal scopes having a problem with losing zero, but for me this one certainly hasn't, and it is exceptionally well made. The housing on this is just feels quality. I'll put the technical specifications on screen for you now, so you can actually hold this video and then you can look at them at your leisure. The unit has a 12UM 640 by 512 thermal sensor with a refresh rate of 50 Hz. It's IP67 rated. It has Wi-Fi, picture-in-picture. It's got shock resistance of up to 1000 Gs. It's got the option for an LRF module. It has replaceable batteries. It can take photos and video recording and has a 32GB internal storage. It also has an accelerometer and a digital compass. The following videos you're about to see are of no comparison to what you'd actually see through the viewfinder. What you see through the viewfinder is of much higher quality, but those videos will give you some idea. The very last one, that was taken in absolutely appalling weather conditions. In fact, there was nobody else out at the time. There was only me on that night. That just shows how good the scope is, because most other scopes wouldn't have coped with them sort of conditions. It was thick fog, and it was also raining.
I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we'll make it tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are real, what you explore. So just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself on the...
So in conclusion, would I recommend this scope? The Infiray RH50. Yes, I would. It's a fantastic scope. If you ever get a chance, pop down to your local dealer, have a look through it. It's just an amazing picture. You can go through all the palettes on it and see which one's sort of preference or the one you prefer, and I think you really will be amazed. The quality, the housing and everything is just superb. I've actually looked through the Pulsar Thermion 2 XP50, which I think is Pulsar's flagship thermal scope. And although their specifications aren't as high as this scope, this to me is a superior picture. There isn't a massive amount of difference in it, but I still think this one has the edge. And this one retails, I think it's for about £4,000. There is another model, which is the new Rico RH50, which is the first one with 1280 resolution, and that one's the first one on the market as far as I'm aware for consumers like ourselves. But that one's retailed for about 12 I think to £13,000, somewhere around there. So that's a considerable difference. I know this one's still expensive and it won't fit everybody's pocket, but if it is something that you're looking for, go and have a look at this, and you really will be amazed. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching. I hope it's been of help. Please give us a thumbs up if you get a chance, and subscribe, and then you'll get to hear of any new videos that I bring out. It really does help the channel. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon.